I was born and raised in Kalispell, Montana, and then I moved away for about 12 years, and now I'm back. Been back for 3 years. I've always loved to sing. I remember one time as a kid I got in trouble for singing at the dinner table, and my mom said, well, at least she's happy. If she's singing, she's happy, so let her do it. So I've always just been singing, but I didn't start singing really in front of people until I was 30, which was a few years ago. And I just kind of ignored it, and my outlet for it was karaoke for a long time. I was doing a lot of other things and didn't follow music, but it's just always sort of been there. My grandma would have her students sing along with the piano, which was good training. I had a voice teacher. I did a little bit of voice stuff like in middle school and a couple of voice lessons in college, but nothing that ever stuck. But I had a voice teacher in middle school, I think, that said she would send younger students to my grandma first because kids' voices are still developing, and so I got some good training early on. And my parents are very supportive now.
You had mentioned in previous conversations that you don't really like playing the piano, or you do it to accompany your vocals.
Yeah, it's a love-hate relationship. It's getting better. Yeah. But my first love is singing, and so yeah, it made more sense to me to play the piano than the guitar because I took so many lessons as a kid. It was more natural to pick back up, and I re-taught myself the piano. And the way I play it now my grandma didn't really like it. But, it works. And I think I've had people tell me it's kind of a unique sound that I've created, so. The first song is You Look at Me the Same, and I wrote this song it was one of the first songs I wrote, actually. It was after a relationship that didn't end very well with someone who wasn't very in touch with his own feelings. And I actually think a lot of people kind of operate in that way, but there's sort of a way that it's like you can feel someone's true self, but they can't accept it, sort of. So.
In your eyes I heard my name. Then you touched me like you knew every breath I ever drew. Couldn't help but kiss your face on that beautiful spring day, because you touched me like you knew every breath I ever drew. Oh, you say it's different now, but you look at me the same. You say it's different now, but you look at me the same. You say you fooled yourself, but you look at me the same. You touch me the same. In your arms I felt so safe. In your eyes I heard my name. Then you touched me like you knew every breath I ever drew. You made sure to mention that I would never be your wife. Then you touched me like you knew every breath I ever drew. Oh, you say it's different now, but you look at me the same. You say it's different now, but you look at me the same. touched me like you knew every breath I ever drew. Whoa, you say it's different now, but you look at me the same. You say it's different now, but you look at me the same. You say you fooled yourself, but you look at me the same. You touch 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 me the same. You look at me the same.
In college, I started, I was trained as an advocate for sexual assault survivors and volunteered to take the crisis line for the rest of college for a couple years. And then I also, when I moved to Tucson, I took the crisis line there, which is basically I would respond to emergency calls and meet people at the emergency room right after they had been assaulted. And I spent a lot of time in the emergency room and was able to observe how inefficient it was and how terrible it was for survivors and other patients, really. And so I didn't want to go to medical school or be a nurse, so I decided I could go to law school and try to get into healthcare administration.
Okay.
And then I realized that I didn't want to be a lawyer. So I'm a recovering attorney now. And I graduated in 2008 when the economy collapsed, and I lived in a town where I didn't know anyone, and it just never really added up. So I moved back to Montana and joined a band for the first time.
What's your creative process?
The songs come in a couple different ways. Most of the time, I'll just be going about my day and I'll start to get a melody or words or both at the same time, that just kind of flood in. It's kind of like it can't be forced. Sometimes I've started just with lyrics like from my journal that I write in about my life, and then I can pair a melody with it. And then a couple of times I've started with a melody on the piano.
Have any words for this? They all sound so cheap. Where are my words for this? I've forgotten how to sing. You can't buy words for this. Not for this thing. Because it's better. Because it's better. Because it's better than love. I knew your smiling eyes before you walked through that door. I wonder how many times have we been here before? 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 You've got a lot of nerve showing up in this place, but our souls are in touch through all time and all space, and it's better. Oh, yeah, it's better. Oh, souls are in touch through all time and all space, and it's better. Oh yeah, it's better. Oh, this is better than love. I knew your smiling eyes before you walked through that door. I wonder how many times have we been here before? Have we been here before? Have we been here before? And as much as I crave you while you are away, I know that I will see you on a day like today, another day like today. I wonder how many times have we been here before? 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 You've got a lot of nerve showing up in this place, but our souls are in touch through all time and all space, and it's better. Oh yeah, it's better. So much better. I don't have any words for this.
So the second song is Better Than Love, another love song that is a similar theme about just being able to feel someone's energy, even if that's not what comes through in the end. And this is about a connection that spans space and time too. So it's like feeling that you already know someone before you even meet them, and kind of knowing that you'll see them again, even if not in this lifetime. My favorite singer artist is Brandi Carlile. So definitely I'm influenced by her. She's my idol musically. Seems like a cool person too. I wouldn't mind meeting her. And I would say Tori Amos is also somebody important. Janis Joplin, Fleetwood Mac. I like the 70s music. I kind of grew up on that. One of the things that has been repeated to me is that my singing voice sounds different than my speaking voice. It kind of surprises people when I start singing. So that's been kind of cool. It's been really positive. And I keep getting better, technically better, you know. And I've been able to kind of touch people with the lyrics. The baby song has made people cry. Keep Asking Why has made people cry. And that's a song about a baby that I saved. I used to work for Child Protective Services, and most days I didn't know if I was doing the right thing because it's very complicated and hard to determine when children are safe or not safe, or when they'd be better off with their parents or better off away from their parents. But if I hadn't been there that day, this baby would have died. And it's a song really for all children that have less than ideal circumstances growing up. And I went home after 14 hours in the hospital with the baby, and instead of crying, I wrote the song. And that's what came out of it.
Baby, I don't know why your mama doesn't rock you at night. I don't understand, and it just isn't right. You have beautiful blue eyes and a lifetime ahead, but right now all I know is I'm gonna put you to bed. Sleep tight, pretty baby, all night. Don't cry, 'cause tomorrow gonna keep asking why. Baby, I don't know why your papa doesn't put you first. I don't understand, it couldn't get any worse. But when I held you close and whispered in your ear, well, you fell asleep and gave in to your fear.
I found a Craigslist ad that was perfectly made for me, that said Janis Joplin in it and some other influences that they wanted to do an Americana band that you didn't have to have any experience singing, you just had to be good.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm going to try this out. And so I joined that band. We were together for about a year. It was called Sun Raven Band.
Okay.
And that kind of just, we kind of just went our own ways. And then when that felt kind of fizzled out, that's when I started playing the piano. I have a master's degree in women's studies where I spent 3 years talking about gender. And I'm a feminist, proudly a feminist. And feminists get a bad rap for kind of being overly zealous about women's rights, but I also think that this is a hard world for men to live in, and that there's a lot of pressures on men to be the biggest and the best and the most powerful, and so I wrote this song to kind of give them a break and tell them that it's not always easy, but you don't have to try so hard, because we're all just here trying to be human.
What are some of your biggest fears as you move forward, moving into the music industry?
It's kind of overwhelming. I mean, it's like people tell you, oh, you have to do this and you have to do that and it has to be done this way. And I mean, there's just like kind of the age-old musicians don't make any money kind of thing that, probably my parents are most concerned about that. But, you just have to plow through it. Everything's scary.
Yeah.
Everything that you really want is scary, I would say if you feel like if you feel like it's something that won't leave you alone, you should do it.
Okay.
Like if it's something that is in the back of your mind always, you should do it in some way or another. Maybe you don't quit your day job right away. I waited 2 years before I did that. We'll see how it goes.
Nice.
I work a couple days a week at a restaurant because it allows me the flexibility to do the music more. I'm not tied to it. It's not like I'm gonna lose benefits. It's not that kind of thing. Like I think we can always we always have a lot more security than we think we have.
Yeah.